Hey, shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome back. I thank you again for joining me today. Well, today I want to discuss what an idiom is, a Hebrew idiom. I got a definition here, and reason that I find this important and fascinating both is because idioms, when it comes like the Hebrew idioms, you got to know what they're talking about, what they're getting at. But here's a definition of it from the Oxford Languages. It says idiom is a group of words established by usage as having a meaning, not deducible from those of the individual words. Okay, just say like in the United States here, it's raining cats and dogs. It means it's raining a lot. Stinking rich, filthy rich. You have tons of money. That means you've got a lot of money somewhere in the bank or under your bed mattress. And another one is a form of expression natural to a language, person, or group of people. And finally, the dialect of a people or part of a country. So if China, for example, I'm sure they have idioms, and if they, even if I hear it in English, I won't understand what it is, what they're getting at, unless I'm educated, been around those people for quite a while, interacted with them. But anyways, I want to get on with this now, the biblical Hebrew idioms, and the thing is, I got one from almost each book of the Old Testament. I didn't do the New Testament, just the Old Testament, but I think it's First Chronicles. I realized that I didn't put one in there, so I just went ahead and did one for Genesis, two of them for Genesis. Okay, let's get started here. Now, if you go to Genesis, in Genesis chapter 4, verse 6, it talk about fallen face. Fallen face actually means sad. There's a fallen face. Not that you fall down face first on the ground or anything. Second one in Genesis is chapter 31, verse 35. And it says here, the way of women, the way of a woman, the way of women. That means menstruation. The way of women, you think one way or another, it's their attitudes or demeanors or something like that. But no, this is referring to their cycle, whatever. Now let's go to Exodus. In the book of Exodus, chapter 3, verse 8. This is the famous one. Flowing with milk and honey, a land of milk and honey. Basically, that means it's a fertile land. It's real plentiful and beautiful, full of vegetation, animal life, things like that, water. Go to Leviticus now. Leviticus chapter 22, verse 6. Now we got soul. Now, what's soul mean? In the idiom, it's a person. It's a person. It's not a spirit or anything like that. It leaves your body or anything. It's a person. Who a person is. A person don't have a soul. A person is a soul. Next, we're going to go to Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy here, chapter 23, verse 13. What comes from you? And referring to this right here, what comes from you in this particular instance is excrement. Yes, excrement. What comes from you? Excrement. I'd like to get a hello, but I guess, that's what they're talking about here. Now, book of Joshua, chapter 10, verse 6, and the phrase says slack hands. Slack hands means abandon. You're abandoned. Next is Judges chapter 13, verse 5, from the womb. And that just means from the birth. That's an easy one. From the womb's birth. 1 Samuel chapter 10, verse 9 says here, gave him another heart. Gave him another heart. That meant changed his attitude, his outlook on life. Not just outlook on life, not just its attitude he's looking from within and correcting himself, seeing the light. That's another idiom. But next one, Was it 2 Samuel chapter 1 verse 12? House, and house is an easy one. House means nation. The house of Judah means nation of Judah. Now, 1 Kings chapter 2 verse 10. Slept. Now, slept means died, or death died. And Yeshua said that in the New Testament, like about Lazarus. He sleeps. He fell asleep. Meaning he passed away. Now, 2 Kings here, chapter 4, verse 29. It says, gird up your loins. And Bible readers know this offhand. I mean, they see it, they read it all the time. It means get ready, prepare yourselves. And that's what we have to do for the second coming of Yeshua when it comes, and it's going to come soon too. Okay, now I go to 2 Chronicles, chapter 36, verse 13. Stiffened his neck. Now, it means here he became stubborn. His mind, he just became stubborn, like a mule. Esther, book of Esther here, chapter 2, verse 21. Send a hand against. Send a hand against means assassination. The book of Job here, chapter 23, verse 16. Soft heart. What the soft heart means here is fearful. Next one here is book of Psalms, chapter 25, verse 1. Lift up my soul. Now, lift up my soul, it's fascinating. Lift up my soul, when the soul means a person, means pray. Lift up my soul, pray. I mean, and that's what we need to do. We have to do that. We got to pray. Now, Songs, chapter 2, verse 4. His banner over me is love. And that just means he loves me very much. His banner over me is love. That's a good one. Book of Isaiah here, chapter 14, verse 12. Son of the morning. That means morning star. Like Lucifer, son of the morning. He's a morning star. Angel, former angel, now demonic demon, but he's still an angel in a way, but an evil angel. And I'm going to do finally Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 25, verse 15. It says here, wine of wrath. That means my anger. And, it doesn't surprise me that wine and anger are put together, because you drink too much wine, guess what? Most likely people get angry and then they fight and they do all kinds of ridiculous things when they can't control their liquor. But yeah, that's all I have for that. That's all I wanted to share. But like I said, I can't stress the importance any further than to tell you that learning the Hebrew idioms will enhance your Bible studies. It will open your mind and your eyes, and you'll understand what they're saying, what they're getting at. And that's very important. You got to understand from the viewpoint of the Hebrew viewpoint, because that's coming from the tribes, the 12 tribes, and then they separated, and I'm sure they had, they could communicate, but they also had their own idioms and sort of dialects and whatever, slogans, whatever, that were kind of a little bit foreign from each other. But anyways, that's all I want to talk to you about. I just wanted to introduce that to you, and please just keep in mind when you do your Bible study, just remember them idioms. It's very important. And thank you guys again for joining me. Please give me a big thumbs up, hit that notification bell, and also subscribe. I really would appreciate that. And until we meet again, brothers and sisters, peace out and shalom.